Hey y'all, what's up? It's Kasi here back with another video. And this video right here is not really a music making video or anything like that. This is really just for me to, I guess, give off some inspiration and some motivation to people who are having, who just need it, I guess. But what I want to talk about was the fact that you should never make an excuse as to why you cannot do something or cannot achieve a certain goal in life. The reason that I have been wanting to talk about it actually because of the fact that I was talking to my friend a couple like last week, and and she texted me and congratulated me for going to college and for doing what I wanted to do. And it kind of just like one I was kind of curious about it, and I was like, can you not do what you want to do? And she goes, no, I can't. And I asked her what's stopping her. She said a broken laptop and the fact that she can't go to a studio or can't make a studio in her own house. And to which I asked her, do you have a phone? And she said, yeah, she has an iPhone and a Samsung. And I said, well, you can get GarageBand on your iPhone and go get like FL Studio Mobile on your Samsung. Because when it comes down to things like that, you have a whole lot more. Here's the thing. For any person, and this main video is actually mainly for people who are interested in producing and things like that. But this applies to anyone. This applies to anyone. If you're going into making music, do not focus on the fact that don't focus on the things you don't have, focus on things you do have. Because when you watch videos on YouTube, you see producers here with two big speakers, a keyboard, and a laptop, audio interface, and a microphone, ready to make some music, and they have the most amazing sounds ever. Yeah, but guess what? I've made really great music, and I just used the keyboard I have up here, and the computer at my house, and also my laptop. So, that right there lets you know that I only had two things going on with me for the past 6 years making music, and I've just now started using actual like guitar in it for real. So I've never made. I have. I'm not gonna say I never had made the excuse I didn't have anything, but I never let the things I didn't have limit me from from doing the things I wanted to do. Ever since I was about child, I'm gonna go with 13 for this one because I think that's like really when I started taking this seriously of actually making music. I was 13, and I asked my dad to buy FL Studio, the Fruity Edition, for me. And he said no because of the fact that last time I used a music software, I used the trial version, 30-day trial. I only used it for like 2 or 3 days. So 2 or 3 days. That was like when I was 10. I didn't really care that much, but still, I didn't use it all to the 30 days. I didn't practice that keyboard that we had in our living room. I never practiced it. I never showed any interest in doing it. I barely even practiced my trombone for middle school. So I showed no signs of actually wanting to progress musically. Into which that hurt, but it was also a very key component as to why it's actually how I think now when I go ahead and go with goals. I'm saying this, it's really now, it's like, if you don't work for it, don't ask for it, honestly. Be completely honest with you, like why, or I wouldn't say don't ask for it, but don't expect that it will be given to you immediately if you don't work for it. So during that summer of 2013, I relentlessly watched videos of people making beats, making music. I had it in my head constantly. Every now and then I'd get on that keyboard and make a drum pattern. Whether it's basic or not, I'd go on I'd go to some stores. Certain stores had a keyboard in it. I'd mess around with that. I'd go online all the time and just look at what they had, keyboards and guitars and all the things like that. I wasn't really into like music. Like I wasn't into playing instruments, but I was just interested into making beats and having that software. Time along came in September of that year. I think my friend Austin, shout out to him. He emailed me FL Studio 10, I believe, and I started using that. So that was my gateway into making the music that y'all hear now. And then I started using that for a year, and then I asked my dad again, but this time it was for Reason Essentials. And it was just like I saw it look cool on YouTube. I was like, okay, cool. Let me try Reason now, and I got it. I've used it. It's amazing. And I worked hard on that too. I worked on Reason. I worked on FL Studio, so I know how to use both of them. I may not be like the pro at it, but I know how to use them, and I know how to use them to the best of my abilities. And then around 2016, 2017, I started messing around with Ableton. And now that is actually my main DAW of choice. And then, and just, hold on, trying to think this right. And throughout all of this time, I'm still watching videos of people making music. I'm still listening to music. I'm listening to artists and producers and all that stuff. Because I'm still trying to stay influenced and still stay inspired of this music that I want to make, because I have a goal of making music and really just releasing it to y'all and giving you the best sounding stuff. And I wasn't going to let anything stop me from that. I wasn't going to make an excuse. And then 2018 happened. and it's not anything bad happened. It wasn't like really anything bad. It was a minor of setbacks, like the most minor one of all. Just the computer in my living room stopped working. That's it. It's nothing major. And it was like, oh, okay, I can't use Ableton on this. I can't use the software that I made for specifically a computer. And I was like, what am I going to do? Really couldn't think of anything. I was like, well, I can get software on my phone, but these softwares aren't really like that good. And in my mind, like, that's me making an excuse. The software may not be good, but I still could have used it to make something. Who knows why I could have made it. But it did give me a chance to actually study music better. Started studying chords and started playing chords on the piano. So now I know how to play chords on the piano. And this is all happening during the summer of last year. And also during that summer, I learned the guitar. And I'm just learning chords, and now I'm learning scales, so that way I can be even better at it. And what I'm saying about all this is, like, during this time, I could have just not done anything. I could have just sat, excuse my language when I say this, I could have sat on my ass and done nothing. I could have just stayed home. I could have just went to work, sat on my bed, watched TV all the time. Instead, I went to work, sat on my bed, watched TV while I was playing the guitar. Or I sat on a chair and played the piano while the TV was playing. Because that's something you can just focus on something while you just have background noise on. That's all. And then I realized now, like, okay, cool, I got like a little bit of money. I can get some things if I wanted to. And I realized that, like, I still don't have a computer to use or a laptop or anything. And I was like, I do have my phone. I've heard of FL Studio Mobile. I checked it. It was $14.99. I was like, okay, I got $14.99 in my account. I can buy this. So I bought it. And I was like, it was a very good investment, because honestly, I made a few good things on FL Studio Mobile in that good like month or two I was using it, because I was determined. I was determined to make something good. And I was like, I tried even using GarageBand on my mom's iPad. It was, I don't know, for me, GarageBand's weird. I guess I just couldn't figure it out the way I wanted to. But, you know, different strokes for different folks, I guess it's the same. Anyways, after a while, I had another conversation with my dad. So basically, let me thank my dad for all of this, because he's the catalyst that has pushed me to go even further than I thought. Because I'm waiting for other things, but it pushed me to. I'm sorry. Oh man, that was weird. My dad pushed me into getting things, and into doing things just quicker than I expected to, honestly. Because he asked me like, do I have a laptop? And I told him like, no. I think I told him I was just waiting to get a MacBook. And you know MacBooks are expensive. And honestly, if I waited, I probably could have got one. But it was getting close to the time I was getting ready for school, so I should get a laptop now for school and also for music. So that day, I went and bought a Lenovo laptop, and I've used that to make the music I make now. Also, actually, side note, just to tell you like how like using it makes you can still get great quality music all the time. Two of like the last, yeah. I think like two of the last three beats I put out on SoundCloud have been made from using FL Studio Mobile, and they sound just as good as all the other stuff I use on a computer. And all I used for one of them, I used a guitar, the pop socket on the back of my phone, a sketchbook, and the actual I think pianos that came from FL Studio Mobile. I used all that to make this song, and that one is 115 I think. Yeah, so that song right there, yeah, it just has a guitar, pop socket, sketchbook, another miscellaneous item I can't think of right now, and a piano. Just showing to y'all that you can do anything you can do, you want to do. I bet. And then, like, anyways, back to what I was saying. After I got the laptop and all this stuff on, afterwards I just got a audio interface, and that came with Ableton Live Lite. Because I knew if I got this audio interface, one, I can plug my guitar into it so I can play my guitar and have it go through that audio interface and go right into the computer, so I don't have to like hold a mic up to the guitar amp. So that was easy. And plus, it comes with free software that I can use to make music, and I love using Ableton. Ableton's so much fun. But and I don't know if anyone's been paying attention really to the story, but if you pay attention to it enough, you see that I worked hard enough to get some things that I wanted. I wanted a laptop for a long time. I got it. I wanted a audio interface for a long time. I got that too. And now, like, I have a mic. I have a mic. I have a keyboard. I have an audio interface. I have a laptop. I guess I can get some speakers. That'd be cool too. It's just, what am I trying to say here? The main thing I'm trying to say here is that you work for these things, but until you have it, use what you got. Don't make any excuses as to why you can't do something. Like, and I told my friend like to get these things and to get like FL Studio Mobile and GarageBand and things like that. Because if you want something that badly, you should go and do whatever it takes to get it. You want a laptop. Okay, fine. You have a phone, record music on that until you can get this laptop. And also, you can play instruments, learn these instruments even more, so that way you have more ideas to go into the music. That's really the thing. And it's like you're ahead of the game, and a lot of people in music anyways, because a lot of people use electronic sounds anyways. If you're going to use real instruments, you're already ahead of the game by recording these actual sounds and putting it on there. But saying that you don't have anywhere to record, saying that you don't have a laptop, saying you don't have all these things, you're making an excuse because you think if you have this stuff, you'll be ready. Imagine if you spent thousands of dollars on studio equipment like that, and you, as soon as you sit down to make one beat, you can't think of anything. And then you can't think of it for another day, and then another day, and then another week, and then another month, and then another year. You just wasted thousands of dollars for something that's collecting dust instead of manifesting and crafting and honing your craft on like an iPhone, even a flip phone. If it can record something, record it and keep it. Keep it in a flash drive or something like that, so that way when you're ready, you can record it. Honestly. And this is like really just all I'm trying to say is just don't make an excuse. For anything that you want in life, find a way to get it. If you don't have something, find another alternative that can get you that same thing. If you wanna if you wanna be a teacher and right now you're in high school and you have to be such and such old to be a teacher, have this type of degree, well then tutor people in the subject that you're good at. That's already teaching right there. You're already following your dreams. Ask ask a teacher to mentor you. Ask them to be like an intern. Ask them can they like what is I guess like mirror or something like that, like, where like you can study under them. It's not interning. I don't know, but you understand what I'm saying. Like you find the things. Just it's hard to say because I just keep repeating myself. You gotta just not settle for what you don't have because you have this idea that I have to have these things in order to be good. No, when it comes to certain things, you just need you. You're stopping yourself. These things aren't stopping you. You're stopping yourself because you're saying to yourself, "What I have right now is not good enough." Which, and also it's also a gratuity. You also have to be grateful for the things that you have because now that you have those things, you can just to the best of your advantage. Want to make music and you can play these instruments, just practice them every day. Make up different songs. Write out the chords that you were using, write out the notes that you were using, write down the lyrics. You don't get better at something if you just sit around and do nothing. You want to be an actor, you find scripts online and just act them out on a camera and put it on YouTube. Write your own scripts and put it on YouTube, put out different skits on YouTube. You want to be a good piano player. You can't be a good piano player by watching other people play piano. You gotta play it yourself. You gotta practice the chords, you gotta practice the scales, you gotta practice the melodies, all this stuff, you know? The only way you could watch someone do something is if you're watching the tutorial and then you later use it. That's all I have to say to that. Like honestly, you can't watch anyone and expect to be good at it unless you're like watching a tutorial where they say, "Oh, you play it this chord, so you play it back." Like, other than that, it's not gonna happen. Be proactive in everything that you do because that is how you get better. The thing you have to be proactive. You have to do it. You want something bad, you have to go out and go get it. You have to work for it. That's like with a lot of things in life. You have to work for it. And this is like a saying I've been thinking to myself a lot of times, and I'll say this right now all the time. I forgot how I said it, but it was oh yeah, here it was. You can't get. Don't say you want to drive somewhere if you haven't even picked up the keys. Like you saying you want to go somewhere, that's fine to know if you're like already in the car. But if you haven't even grabbed the keys out of like your shelf or wherever you put your keys at, what's the point of saying you're gonna go somewhere? You're not going anywhere. You want to go somewhere, but you're staying in bed and looking at the keys on the shelf. You're not even grabbing them. Shoot, you haven't even gotten dressed. Even if walking there, and it's like, I'm gonna try to say this again. You can't say you want to go somewhere if you haven't even picked up your keys, and say you don't even have a car. If you're not even gonna try to walk, or call an Uber, or bike, or whatever, what's the point of trying? What's the point of saying you want to do it? Because if you're not even gonna attempt at leaving the house, what was the point of saying you want to do it? And that's just like with anything. don't make the excuse of anything. Don't make an excuse of things that you can do easily. Don't, if you want to make music, don't say, oh, it's because I don't have a computer. You have a phone. I'm pretty sure a lot of people that will watch this video are watching on their phone. There's apps, there's music apps on your phone. And don't worry, and guys, I'm not belittling anyone for saying this. I've had these same excuses in my head too as to why I couldn't do something. But I had to really like change my way of thinking and actually go after it. Cause I knew I wanted to make music more than this is the most thing I'm most passionate about more than a lot of things I've ever been passionate about. So I'd find a way. I'd find it somehow, some way. But that's all. It took me 20 minutes all in all to say, basically, don't make an excuse as to why you can't do something. Go after it, because in the end, something cliche. Enter something cliche here, because I don't know what to say after that. Anyways, y'all have a good day. Enjoy life. It's all love here. I hope that's a heart. I love y'all. Yeah, this is a heart. Love y'all. Bye.